How's it going? My name's Colin Winters. I'm the host of A Panther's Place, and we've been through this 2 times already. We are going through now the Falcons for NFC South predictions. Yes, that is a DJ Moore jersey. Yes, I bought it right before the trade happened. Yes, I'm still bitter about it. Now, the Falcons. I'm going to be straight up honest with y'all. I'm super high on the Falcons right now, and as much as it pains me to say, I think they're going to be a good team this year. They, as a organization and with the players, they feel the all-in energy around them, and it, even as a division rival, it is a little bit exciting to see for the human perspective, because I'm just happy to see all these guys that I've seen dejected for a while really happy, because when the Falcons lose, I'm happy as a Panthers fan, but I don't like seeing how sad the players get. So it's cool to see the all-in energy they have around that organization right now, especially because they have been aggressive with how they want to build this team. I mean, a little too aggressive, some might say, because tampering. But really, who cares about that? We all knew he was probably going to a team like that anyway, so tampering, really, I wasn't that fucking upset about it. I was just hoping the NFL would fuck you over in some way or another and like take away a first round draft pick, because fuck y'all. But they didn't. So we are just going to go into the record predictions now before I start rambling about how much I hate the Falcons. A lot. So with my predictions, I have my initial rating being, I have you guys going 11-6. And as I said in the past 2 other videos, no matter what, with my ratings, you are going to split with your division rival, because division games are tough and division games are crazy. So with that in mind, I have your initial rating being 11-6, winning the NFC South during this season with that good record. Of course, that is not going to get you the number 1 seed or anything, but in a very squishy NFC, you're getting into the playoffs, you're winning the division, you are going to be in a good position. My reasoning behind this is because, of course, as I said before, you have been aggressive. You have made so many moves. You went and you got Kirk Cousins. You went ahead and you decided to go and get him some new weapons. You got him Darnell Mooney. Of course, you had Rondale Moore, who unfortunately has suffered an injury. I'm very sorry about that. Hopefully he recovers fast. You have Drake London, who some people are not very high on. I think that he's just really needed a good wide receiver. Not good wide receiver, he's a wide receiver. A good quarterback to be able to throw to him, because he has not had the highest tier quarterback throwing to him recently. Of course, you have Bijan Robinson. You have Ray McLeod, who is more of a return guy, but still I could see being a very good slot receiver for you guys. And when it comes to the offensive line, you have Chris Lindstrom, who may be Derek Brown's bitch, but still an overall very good guard. And Jake Matthews, the ever so, super reliable tackle. And then you have a pretty good, smattering of decent tier to, good offensive linemen around those 2 guys, who are your, 2 core offensive linemen. But on that defense, oh my God, that's the thing I'm the highest about. You got the quarterback and you got him some new weapons to play with, and that's going to keep you guys afloat on offense. I don't think there's any problem with that. The defense, though, is terrifying now, because not only do you already have Grady Jarrett, David Onyemata, who I think he's really good in the interior line. You now got Matthew Judon from the Patriots, and you just signed Justin Simmons to be the other safety across from Jesse fucking Bates. And that means now, behind Justin Simmons is still Richie Grant, who may be used in a corner spot now, but then you still have AJ Terrell as your corner 1, who is also, once again, just terrifying. And not to mention the fact that you have people like D. Alford, Mike Hughes. You have a good smattering of decent talent around them. I don't see a big hole, like a depth of talent on the defense. There's not one place you can attack over and over again, because there's going to be someone around him that will be able to help. And it is that defense mostly, which is the reason I really think the Falcons are going to be a good team this year. When it comes to NFC, you have a lot of teams that don't have either an offense or don't have a defense, but that one side of the ball carries them. Well, now the Falcons have at least, and that in my mind is an at least decent offense. And then they have a great defense. Offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. And if that's going to be the case for this season, I feel like the Falcons are going to go far. If things do go wrong, let's say Kirk Cousins doesn't come back to the form he was before, maybe his injury re-aggravates, stuff like that, hopefully not, and maybe you get more injuries across the time, I still have your lowest you can go at 7-10. That's like the absolute, like, everything goes wrong, but I still think you have enough depth on that team and enough talent on that team overall that you're not going to lose more than 10 games. And then showing how high I'm on you guys, the highest I think you can go, of course, still being realistic, you're not going to be going undefeated, but I do think you could go 13-4 if everything goes right. Cousins starts week 1 straight off the bat, right where he left off when he got injured before. You have all of your defensive guys stringing together. There's no time to have to worry about how the chemistry works out. And then you have the weapons you got for Kirk Cousins and Darnell Mooney actually showing up, and then Drake London taking that next step with a higher tier quarterback, stuff like that. If that does occur, I could see 13-4 being in your future. In the other 2 videos, I talked about what you could do in the season to get better, or if you're going to be shopping guys. For the Falcons, I believe around the trade deadline, there won't be too much movement for them because they're probably just going to be focusing on continuing to rattle off wins. Their bye week does come in at a pretty good time. They do have a pretty tough schedule when it comes to things. Not too tough on the other hand, not like the Buccaneers and the Saints. The Saints also had a grueling schedule. But they do have a pretty, tough string of first games to go through because they have the Steelers, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and then they have 3, listen to this, they have 3 divisional games after that little stunt because, I'll just read off the thing. Yeah, Steelers, Eagles, Chiefs. Pretty, you get to win against the Steelers, but the Steelers are always a rowdy team. The Eagles, they were a playoff team last year, even if they looked like shite in their playoff game. Then you have the Chiefs, of course, being the Chiefs. But then you have the Saints, Bucks, Panthers all in a row. 3 divisional games back to back to back. Grueling. Then you have the Seahawks, who could be a good or bad team depending. It really shows, I think that comes more into coaching when it comes to the Seahawks. Then you have the Buccaneers again. Then you got the Cowboys, and then you got the Saints, and then you got the Broncos, and then you hit your bye week. That's pretty tough, but I do think the Falcons have a team to be able to get through it. After the bye week 2, they do have a chance to be able to rattle off a good amount of wins at the end because it is a much softer than their early, pre-bye week schedule, because after that you have the Chargers, Vikings, Raiders, Giants, Commanders, and Panthers. Those last 4 games especially used to be able to rattle off a lot of late season wins and secure your spot on the top of the NFC South. But overall, Atlanta, I'm really high on you guys, and I think it is your division to lose right now. So do with that what you will, because for the love of God, I don't think I can handle the Falcons going to another Super Bowl anytime soon. Unless it turns out like the Super Bowl they did go to. Then I'd be pretty okay with that. But that's all I have for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. I know I've been very sporadic in these videos, and I'm still getting used to talking to a camera again. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.